Hey guys, you're welcome to my channel, and this is the second part of this tutorial video. The first part is already up on my channel where we learn on how to cut this design. So the second part is on how to put the design that we have, the Asooke and the trimmings that we have down. So if it's something that you're interested in, please keep watching, and please do not forget to subscribe, like. So let's go over to the tutorial. So for this design, I'll be making use of this Asooke. I remember I bought a bundle and I've used it before on this channel to make a kimono. So I'll be using these to finish up the design for the Asooke. And then I got this tiny trimming which I'll be putting at the borderline. So I'll get my ruler. And then when I get my ruler, I will get the meat. This is the midpoint, and then I will draw like a line on the midpoint. Now you can make yours longer or shorter. I just want to get the midpoint line, and then I will take, I need the downside, so I will take this part. Now I'm placing it like this first. Let me fold this behind so that you can see. I'm placing this, I'm practically crossing the midpoint. Let me take it out. You see, I'm taking it out from the shoulder line. This is where the shoulder line is. I'm taking it out and I'm practically crossing it over the midpoint here. So now you can do yours to be, you can see the shape. Let me take this one out. Now you can see the shape. You can do, let me reduce it. This is the shape. Now you can make yours longer or you can make yours shorter, because from the picture you can see from the picture that it's almost to like a waist region, but this is where my waist is. Now you see for the pocket, you can see that this is where it's going to stop, which is going to give us this part. Now this part is practically covering here, leaving about a distance here. So this is it. I'll just go ahead to like practically pin it. I'll pin it like this to be flat before attaching this. So this is just going to cover the borderline, right? So this is just going to cover the borderline, just like what they have here, just like this line. There is this white and black stuff here. This is just going to cover the borderline. Now if you want your Asooke to be wider, you can match your Asooke into two. So instead of me using one part like this, you make your Asooke two so that it can be wider at the side. Then you can trim it to the distance at which you want it to be wide too. So if you don't want this one part, you want it wider, you can add and then you can trim out. So you go ahead to start pinning them so you can lay flat like what I'm doing. So I went ahead to start pinning all the Asooke to the fabric so that I can lay flat, then I can cut the excess. I've finished sewing here. I will sew here down. I'll sew here down so that you can relax here, and then I'll also sew here down so that you can relax. And then I will use this point, this border, you can see. I would, you see what I'm doing, but I'm going to start from one end to the other. So this material is quite heavy, so I'm starting from here on top of the line of the Asooke. So I'm starting here, I'm taking it so I'm starting at this edge. I'll take it to cover this edge, just like this. You can see, just to cover the edge. You see what I'm doing. So this is how I'm covering the edge. This is how it's just going to look like. After doing that, I would also want to, let me show you what is there, but it's optional. It's optional if you want to do it or if you don't want to do it. There is this line, the same line of this border. This border, it's coming from this point here, and you can see it at the back, from the pocket side down to the other pockets. So now to take this trimming that we have, the same way we have stitched out the Asooke, we'll stitch the Asooke to the fabric. We want to stitch the trimming to the Asooke edge. So we're going to do from one end to the other end, just like what I have. So this other end that is already stitched to the fabric, you will just use the trimming and you place it at the edge, and then you start sewing. So you can see I've used this for the borderline and I've sewn this very well. I will go ahead to press it down. After pressing it down, I would start joining it. So you know the way we join kaftan. We'll join front to front, we'll join the shoulder, we'll fold the sleeve, the edge of the sleeve together before connecting it like this. Follow this the pocket, we'll follow the pocket front and front, and I will leave from the hemming line. I will leave about 15 inches for the slit. From the hemming line, I will leave about 15 inches for the slit. I'll go ahead to join them and I will show you what the finished look actually looks like. If you want to add this to the borderline, let me show you what I want to do. This design, these trimmings, if I want to add it, I'm pushing it down so I can get to the edge, right? If I want to add it to form like a design, okay, this is the front. Now this is where the pocket stop. This is the end of the pocket. I will take it like this from the end of the pocket. You see what I'm doing? And then when I get here, I can do like a, let me push it down so that you can see what I'm saying. So when you get to this point, I can now make it straight just like this. And then I will take it to the pocket, again, so that there will be a design just like this at the front. So you take it from your pocket line. This is the edge of your pocket. You take it from there and you will take it to your desired length. If you want your own to not be as the one in the picture, you can just stop about 4 inches before the, because when you hem it, now imagine you're hemming it, so if you hem it there will be space, so you can just stop at this point. You see what I'm trying to do? A square position just like this, and then I will take it back. So I left space for, after joining the pockets, for joining of this. You see what I did? I don't really have enough, so I'm still going to get extra to fix for the back side. Let me see how many inches I have here. That is like 68, let's just say 70. That is like 2 hand half inch, so I will need to get 2.5 inch for me to be able to do this design for the back. So I need to join that. I'll go ahead to do the front first, then I will show you what, after joining it, what it actually looks like. But I'm going to be pinning it when joining it, so let me show you again. Wow. So now we have this shape from here. Let me push this, put this out the window. So you see we have this shape from here just like this. This is what I'm still going to do for the back too. I'm still going to fix this part at the back. All I would need to do is go to my sewing machine and then I'll run a stitch on top this part to lay it flat on this. If you want to use a gum, no problem. Because this is a sewable trimming, so I prefer to sew it than to gum it. So this is what the downside of this side looks like. You see, I've done this design. I'll go ahead to like press it. After pressing, I will iron everything flat. I will do the same thing for the back, and like I said, I'm going to join it to be one piece. I'm going to join from this neckline, and after joining both sides of the neckline, front and back, I will fold this part in front and back, then I'll close this pocket, and then from this down part I'm going to measure about, from this down part I'm measuring about 22 inches. So instead of 15 inches, I'm measuring about 22 inches for my slit. Yes, 22 inches for my slit. Or let me just do 18 inches. No, let me do 22 inches, because even if I fold it, I'll see minus it from here. So I don't want it very, very tight. I want it free, that I can wear it with slide or with heels. After joining it, I will show you what it looks like. I will show you what both sides looks like, the finished look. And as you can see, the way I'm sewing it, you can see that it's coming out like the picture that we have. So we have come to the end of the tutorial. So this is what it looks like on the mannequin. It looks so fine. All you need to do is to give it a good press. And this is what it looks like when I wore it to church. This is how it came out. If you want your hand longer, so you know that instead of you cutting 20 inches like what I have, 20 by 65, you can make yours 25 by 65. I hope you understand. Until next time, bye. If you have watched at this point and you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to my channel. Bye.